Okay, it started. I may end up having to. I end up having to edit this anyway. But welcome to the According to Sources podcast. I am your host Andre Williams, and today, I don't know, Devin. When was the last time you were on a podcast? 1989.
Oh yeah, yeah. Prior when I was in my younger years.
Like Devin was like
back when light skins was in style.
All right. Every episode he got to say something.
like right before Passenger 57 came out and kicked y'all motherfuckers right on out the door. But yeah, we're joined by Devin. Devin, say hello to the people.
Oh, what it is. Yeah.
And we are joined by Rob. Rob, say hello to the people.
What's going on, people?
Okay. We've had some technical difficulties with the entire According to Sources everything. So podcasting and writing and all of that other shit, it hasn't really been it hasn't been in the forefront. But we're gonna try to get back on track with this whole thing. Let's get right into it. The first thing I wanted to talk about, the Karate Kid. What the hell is going on with Draymond Green, man? Like, and I actually like Draymond a little bit. I like him a little bit. I like him more now than I did last year. Last year, I was like, man, somebody needs to punch him in the fucking face. And I still feel that way.
He just has a real punchable face.
Yeah, I still feel like, someone should punch him in his face. But I like him a little bit more now than I did last year. But what's up with the kicking? Like, what's up with the kicking? What point is he proving with this? Why is he doing this?
He's not proving it. Well, the only point he's proving is how much of a jackass he is what he's proving. I mean, because it's clear that he's overdoing it, and he's trying to get these calls. He's trying to do all of this, and in the process, he's also being a jackass because he's intentionally trying to kick people.
He hit James Harden with that Sweet Chin music.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels, dude.
Straight up HBK. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy, toy. He hit his ass with fucking Sweet Chin music, and then like he, after the game or whatever, he's bitching about how he's a marked man. Like, no, you're literally crane kicking people. I don't.
Nah, somebody should have hit him with the nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Like you straight up Mr. Miyagi and motherfuckers, and you're acting like this is like, oh my God, the referees are they're marking me for death, Steven Seagal. Like, no, you out here kicking people like the last person he kicked. I can't remember the guy's name, but he dislocated that dude's finger.
Oh man, what the hell was that guy's name? I don't even think a foul got called on that, and he was just showing it to the ref like, you don't see this shit, like.
Look at my finger. Like, my finger looks like the letter L now. It's like, and it's going the opposite way as it's supposed to be. But Draymond is complaining because he felt like he got fouled, and it's just like, I don't know what it is he's trying to get across. Like, I understand he's doing stupid shit, and he's being a jackass. Like, that much I do understand. But what is it that he's trying to get across? Like, okay, is like, I'm gonna keep doing this until what? Like that. Like, what's the end game? What's the end game? Because I haven't figured out an end game for anything that he's doing right now. Can someone help me? Either one of you? You know?
Sometimes I just don't know if he's just like trying to be, a better new age flopper or what. Because after every single time, well, the times where he's gotten like not so much caught, but like an eye from the referee. You could at least be like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, my bad. All right, I cut the shit out. Not like, what's going on? What the hell? Why are you looking at me? Like, bro, we see you doing this shit. Like, and you're doing it over and over and over again. So, like, that's why last year in the finals, like, and it's not like I dislike Draymond. Draymond is, like, one of my favorite players in the NBA because I think he's just so multi-talented. But this shit has got to stop. And when he got suspended in the finals, I was just like, you know what? Karma's a bitch, man.
That's exactly like he's literally the reason why they lost in the finals. Like, his inability to be a mature individual and not kick people is the reason why they didn't win in the finals.
What?
And he's only moved this type of gameplay over into the next season, and it seems like he's expanded on it. Like, okay, shit, fuck it, I'm gonna take it to the next level. I'm just gonna start kicking motherfuckers because, I'm not just going for the balls. I'm gonna kick you in your face. I'm gonna kick you in your ass. I'm gonna kick you in your hand. I'm just kicking. And if you happen to get hit by the kick, motherfucker, is on you. Like,
it's on you, straight up. And it seems like it always happens in situations where, like, he knows that he's not being effective. Like, Steven Adams in that series was playing some good ass defense on him, and every time he kicked him, it was just like out of frustration, like, fucking shit. At the end of that game, with the Rockets, man, he knew that he was fucking up. James Harden came down there. They ran a trap on him on the baseline. Kick the nigga. What is you doing?
That's some shit that I do in motherfucking 2K. Like, shit, I'm tired of somebody DM me up on the park. I'm just gonna set a hard ass screen and just run into the back of them, knock them down.
There's got to be a mod for that shit for Draymond. Somebody got to make that.
Please, shit. If anybody's listening to this, 2K development, Ronnie 2K, please put a Draymond Green kick to the balls
on the park.
On the park. For the love of God, we need it. But yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with Draymond right now. I think he's one of those guys who likes to play like right to the edge. He wants to be right up to the edge, and then sometimes he'll overflow. And I think right now the problem is he's consistently overflowing. Like, he's not at the edge anymore. He's teetering over it like all the time now. Like, just keep your fucking. And then it's funny because you have all these people like, well, it's a natural reaction. I'm like, it's kind of natural.
It's over with that, man.
It's kind of natural that if you jump up, your legs go out a little bit. It's not natural that your legs go up to the fucking sky. Like, you're not Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, the only person I know whose legs go up like that is Jackie Chan and fucking Jet Li, fucking Liu Kang. Is he bicycle kicking niggas on him? I don't understand what the hell is wrong with Draymond Green and his antics right now. I know he likes to play, he's very, very he's very emotional, and he likes to keep that, like, he likes that edge. But I think right now he's going completely over the edge all the time, and it's becoming a detriment to the team.
I tell you what, if he does it again, that's his ass. Because
he's gonna get suspended.
He didn't help himself with that what he said after the game the other night against the Rockets, when he was like, you got 3 referees on the floor, you got another referee at the scorer's table, then you got one in New Jersey, they all see it and don't nobody say nothing. Nigga, I bet you somebody gonna say some shit now.
He gonna say something now. It's like what he's saying.
You gonna call him out on that? Come on, bro.
I'm not getting my foul calls from the referees, so I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna kick you. I don't give a damn about anything else. I need these referees to know I'm serious about this shit out here. So I'm gonna kick you on your ass.
I'm glad both of y'all made it known that y'all like him and y'all been cool with him. If you've ever listened to any one of our podcasts, you know that I can't stand Draymond without question.
Rob does not like him whatsoever.
For shit just like this, because I've been screaming this shit since he's been doing it, and he been getting away with it since, for at least the last 3 years.
And he had a few dirty antics when he was at Michigan State, but Tom Izzo had to get in his ass for it.
Yeah, he's a dirty player. He plays up into that edge. Sometimes he's right on the edge. Sometimes he goes completely over the edge. Like, you can never really tell which one he's going to be at any given point in time. It just seems like right now he's consistently over the edge at all times, and that's a problem. They need to
punch that kid in the face.
They need to get a hold of him. They need to get a hold of him, and that was one of the things they were having issues with last year, with just his inability to be mature about any fucking thing, because him and Steve Kerr were having their little issues because he wanted to play more minutes or take more shots or some shit like that. I can't remember what it was. But Steve Kerr is just like, he's trying to rein him in, and he's like, Steve Kerr is going like, okay, I'm not going to let you do anything until you do the things that we need you to do. Like, and he was having problems with that. And now he's just acting like a child, like a big ass kid that can't get his way, so he's gonna, act out. That's not going to bode well for them, because, like, if you look at the numbers that they're putting up right now, they're putting up historic numbers, man, and they have the opportunity to do some really, really amazing things. They just need for him to get his head out of his ass.
I don't know, man. I just feel like I hate to say it because I actually like Draymond. I like his game. Let me say that because it's a lot of his character. I could just be like, man, you need to sit your ass down. But I just got a really bad feeling, man, that like somebody like that, that's just too much of a personality. Because, like, if you think about it, like with Robin had a bunch of like alpha males on Detroit and on Chicago that could be like, hey, motherfucker, you need to settle down. You need to settle down. You're gonna try all that crazy shit, cool, whatever. But we run this shit at the end of the day. He had Isaiah, Joe, Bill Laimbeer with Detroit, and then he had Mike and Scotty alone and Phil's mind games in Chicago.
See, that's
Draymond don't really have that in Golden State. Who gonna tell him to sit down?
That's kind of what is going on with the games that Steve Kerr's like kind of trying to play with them. You know, like, well, we're not gonna run certain plays for you anymore. We're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do that. We need you to pass the ball more. Like he's playing those Phil Jackson type mind games with him. It's just like it's not necessarily working out all that well because I mean Draymond got his own ideas.
He do his own damn thing.
The way things should be.
Kicking people.
Yeah, he's definitely kicking motherfuckers. Okay. Speaking of assholes, Jimmy Butler was suspended tonight.
Jimmy Butler or Rondo?
You know what? Maybe that was my Jimmy Butler dislike coming up. But Rondo was. I said assholes.
What they call it, a Freudian slip.
I said assholes, and Jimmy Butler just like Jimmy. Yeah, but Rondo got suspended tonight after they lost to Dallas. Him and Jim Boylan got into a little bit of a shouting match, and
two shouting people.
Yeah, Rondo got suspended for it. Now, is this Rondo? Is this the beginning of the end of Rondo, or will they be able to keep him, under wraps, so to speak?
I think that maybe this particular situation probably blew up a little bit more than what it probably was. I mean, he's already, apologized, and he's already had some team functions, after it happened and all of that. He was already, doing that kind of stuff. So I think it was one of those things where, a lot of people aren't talking about the fact that it happened after them playing the Mavs.
Yeah.
He wanted that game. And it's just coming off a real big win against the Cavs. And then they went down to Dallas. He really wanted that game, and they lost. So he's probably upset. Who knows what was said in that locker room or what happened. And he was just overly, a little emotional about it. And, tempers flared. And you had an argument with with one of your brothers. No big deal.
Yeah, I don't think it's there's going to be an issue, but it can't become. Well, obviously,
they're saying it can't be all the time.
The first reason why I don't think it's going to be a big deal is because they got D Wade.
I said that too. I felt like a lot of this was because Wade wasn't around.
Wade
is a great leader.
He commands respect. He has multiple championships. It's not much that Rondo can say to Wade, and Wade can't just be like, man, shut your ass up. One championship. It's not one. He can say he doesn't hold. Like he was in Sacramento and in Dallas for a little bit, and he probably felt like he knew more than the people he was playing with. Can't possibly feel that way with D Wade. It's not possible. So I think having D Wade is gonna help out a lot. And I think the type of person that Hoiberg would help out a lot too, because George Karl is an asshole too. And two assholes being in the same team at the same time is just not going to really work. And it was clear that wasn't going to work. But Hoiberg is a little bit more laid back, and Carlisle is an asshole too. Like he got a little bit of asshole tendencies in him, and in him too. So you got a laid back coach. You got an alpha male player. I think you're gonna see that this isn't gonna be a big deal. What do you think, Devin?
I think it's kind of out of proportion, just only because this is like the first thing, and I I read a lot on Twitter, like the people that were like, they always had these like locker room attendants and shit, and just other people like that. They said he apologized like right away, and it kind of goes to your point with like he really wanted that game, and he probably realized he was playing just for himself, got carried away, and that shit ended quick because I think it was like the middle of the third quarter where Dallas has started to run away, and that could just make anybody frustrated. So I don't know. I think that especially with like the last few years, Rondo got a bad rap for being an attitude because I think he got so addicted to that wanting to win mentality that, he needed to be on a team with a person like Dwayne Wade. And I don't know, man. If it happens again, then I think it could be some more emphasis put into it. But as for right now, I'm kind of on the fence about it. Because, like you said, George Karl, I don't know how Boogie Cousins stayed there that long. I thought for sure that they were going to trade his ass along with Rondo because George Karl's an asshole.
Yes, he is. He's a good coach, but he is an asshole.
He's something else.
It goes to show that he won the coach of the year in Denver, and then they decided to let his ass go. That's pretty much all you need to know about George Karl. And I guess because I did have that Freudian slip, and I said that Jimmy got suspended, we can start talking about Jimmy.
Oh my fucking god! Now this motherfucker, I can really let his ass have it, man.
I mean, what can you say? Jimmy has been absolutely awesome this year. I don't know.
I don't care.
He's been awesome, dude. Like, what can you say about Jimmy?
How Rob feels about Draymond is how I feel about Jimmy. I don't give a shit how good he is.
Hey man, I'm in the same category with that too, man.
I can't stand Jimmy Butler cornball ass.
I asked on Twitter a few weeks ago, and Dre responded, said, I was like, I don't know what it's going to take for me to like Jimmy. And Dre said, finals run. I said, I don't know.
Even that might not be enough.
I don't know. I do not know if even him taking the Bulls through the finals would allow me to like Jimmy Butler. I don't know.
It's something about him that just rubs
the
wrong way. I think
it's that and with that with everything you've heard too. That has something to do with it too. You've heard a lot of stuff, a lot of inside stuff. You hear stuff, especially living here. You hear stuff from people that's been around him and know him, and you know that he's had some fuckboy tendencies.
It's just the way that he carries himself.
Oh.
Like he just seems like a bit of an asshole, and it seems like he's not like he was. It seems like he was an asshole as soon as he got the money. As soon as he got better, it's like asshole Jimmy. It's like he didn't waste any time. It wasn't like a honeymoon period where like, oh, I'm a good player and I'm kind of humble. It's like, nope, I'm great and this is my team and I'm a leader and I'm an asshole. It's like he didn't wait to become an asshole. It's just like he did not wait. He took full ownership of asshole Jimmy. The second asshole Jimmy was a thing, and I think that's probably what I don't like about Jimmy Butler. That's probably my biggest issue with him. He just annoys the shit out of me. But all that being said, he's fucking awesome this year. Devin.
Oh,
like. What can you say about Jimmy? What is he averaging? What is he doing?
Like 20? What? It's just like in that one Chappelle episode of The Haters Ball when I think it was Buck Nasty. He just screamed out, "That nigga corny." That's exactly how I feel about That's exactly how I feel about Jimmy. Like he's such a fake leader to me. Like so some leaders they don't need to talk a lot. Like Dwayne, he's so. I wish they were switched. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy was playing just maybe hit a few threes, step back threes on that ass here and there, but not just ball out like Jimmy doing. that's pure hate. I know it. But at the same time, he's being good. I guess you could give it to him. He ain't winning. I think did they just win tonight? I don't think they
Nah,
came back yet.
they were down by 3.
They lost.
Yeah, they were down by 3
Jimmy
last
hit like a
time.
last second 3-pointer that meant nothing, so they lost by 2.
Just like the white folks do with the president, I like to blame Jimmy. So I don't give a shit what them numbers say. I'm blaming Jimmy.
Thanks, Jimmy.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know what it's gonna take. Maybe a finals run. Maybe. Because there is a few games I can admit, like he'll like hit some fadeaway. His like turnaround fadeaway on the elbow and on the baseline is just it turning into one of the best in the league. And like I always find myself watching them games where he does some shit like that. Be like, oh, that's a good ass shot. He should have did that shit 2 possessions ago. But whatever. You know, I won't give it to him. Like if Dwayne hits it or when Derek used to do it, I'd be like, whoa, get your money. But no, I can't give it to dude, man. Like I don't know. It's just like maybe it's because of how enigmatic the team is right now. It makes it hard for me to want to root for Jimmy because I want the Bulls to be so good, even though I know that is so like far-fetched of a thought to even think. So you just have to take them one game at a time, and I got to take Jimmy. Oh, one spoonful at a time, man.
Yeah, spoonful.
Kiss my ass.
Can't even give him one game. Jimmy is a spoonful at a time.
Motherfucker. Like he really pissed me off with that whole. He was like, after they said Rondo got suspended, he was like,
I'm with them all the way, all the time, or something nonsense.
Yeah, man. Like,
really?
bro,
I didn't hear this.
Yeah.
He said something like, "Well, he's an awesome teammate. I'm with him all the time." Like, bro,
yeah.
Ray Jean was in the wrong.
It's everything. Everything is like a shot. Everybody got to take their little pot shots, and I don't understand it.
Hey, while we're on that, we can talk about that because I swear to God, like the Chicago beat writers and like all like they are like
bloggers,
scorned
pot shots, man. It's
they're
so
like
annoying.
Scorned girlfriends. I'm like what is wrong with honestly, guys, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is y'all problem? Like Derrick Rose no longer plays in Chicago. That's exactly what you wanted. Like he does
you got
not.
It. You
like,
won. You won.
It's over. It's over now. Like you can let it go. You can really let it go. And it just feels like they just can't. Like something in them, like they have to. Like because Derek's been playing, relatively well lately. He's having some pretty good games. It's like if he has a bad game, it's like I always see like the same Bulls bloggers, and they just like. They say something about Derek, and I'm just like, what is that? Like, why are you doing that? What is the purpose behind that? Just call him a nigga and get it over with, man. Like, oh my God. Jesus, man. Just say I hate niggas. I respect it a lot more. I respect it because it can't be coming from anywhere. It can't be coming from anywhere. You like Jimmy because he likes Taylor Swift and he's basically a white guy. I'm bullshitting, y'all. This is that joke was a carryover from the ETL podcast. I swear to God, I thought after that I was like, man, are white people gonna hate me? Like, don't put my name in this shit, man. I ain't trying to get fired from my job, but they constantly do that, and it's not me who's noticing this. I know y'all are noticing this. Bulls Jay, what is it? Is that the dude's name? Jason Patton. He constantly has something. Like these little digs.
He digs at everybody though. Now that I pay attention to him, he digs at everybody. He loves to. He's one of these guys where if you lose or whoever loses, the Bulls, Bears, whoever, don't matter. It's it's the end of the world. They suck. They're garbage. They're trash. So he's one of those kind of guys.
There's a lot of those guys roaming around on Twitter. I think hyperbole is like the language of Twitter, where you have to go completely overboard with whatever it is you're doing because people think that's funny. But it's not. It's annoying and it's stupid. And I would prefer it if all of you stopped doing it. But him, the guys from what's the other two guys' name? You know who I'm talking about, Rob. The brothers who got
The bigs.
Not the literal, like not like our brothers, like the literal brothers, like they're literal brothers. With the podcast, one of them I can't remember what they. Yeah, they two white guys. One of them just moved. They actually fuck around with them. They're actually pretty cool. But I have noticed that them two, like it's basically just all Bulls bloggers. If you're a Bulls blogger, your thing is, I got to say something bad about theirs. Like, I just want them to play well again. Like, nobody believes that Rondo was, somehow an upgrade. I think you're finding out very quickly that just was not the case. Derrick Rose would have been a much better point guard because neither one of them can shoot. So it's not like oh my God, Rondo is shooting so much better than Derrick Rose. No, he isn't. That motherfucker ain't shooting better from the three, mid-range. He can't hit a damn layup. Like, he has those Rondo games. He still has those Rondo games. But by and large,
he'll eke out 11, 12 points.
Or he'll just, get a bunch of assists and some rebounds, and it's like a whole bunch of you do Rondo things.
Mm-hmm.
He's Rondo, but for the most part, Rondo has been terrible. Like, can we say that? Can we say Rondo's been terrible? He's been pretty bad.
He's so bad that if somebody wants to say that he's better than Derrick Rose, they need to go get their fucking eyes checked or their mind checked, because that is so delusional.
I'll say this. He's definitely different than Rose.
Yeah, he's different.
He's an actual point guard. He's a point guard. He's a pass first point guard, and he probably pushes the tempo more than Derrick.
He definitely pushes the tempo more than Derrick.
Derrick should have pushed the tempo more. I will say that. But to say that he's better than Derrick,
but him being a prototypical point guard is fine, except when the prototypical point guard is Rondo, right? Because Rondo is out there searching for passes when it's like, man,
a lot of times really, when he
really could have just won that score.
You had the lane, you had the layup, you had the shot. You could have took that shot and you made an extra pass. So it was really unnecessary.
And that's not to say that I dislike having Rondo on the team, because I really don't. I actually like watching Rajon Rondo play basketball, but with that being said, I also know
he just has his moments.
He has his
where he's
looking like, what the fuck is he?
Mm-hmm. Man,
what the fuck is Rondo doing?
Like in life, he doesn't want him to retire mistakes.
Did y'all see that shit?
What the fuck was that?
Did y'all see it? What the fuck did Rondo just do? Like, this motherfucker done lost his mind. Yeah, but I think that's all I want to say about the Bulls, and about basketball in general. It's a little bit too early. It's a bit too early to make any assumptions about what's going to be going on in the NBA right now. We got to wait a little bit longer. But I know Devin.
I'm still waiting on my secret prediction of a Golden State player getting injured, so they won't make the finals. I'm not nothing bad on nobody.
You know what? Unless it's Kevin Durant, I don't think there's anybody in the West that could beat them. Like, it has to be Kevin Durant that gets hurt. Like, even if Steph got hurt, I still think they would make the finals.
If Steph got hurt, oh my God, I love that storyline. If Steph got hurt and Kevin Durant took over the team,
then they won. Then they won the finals.
Oh my God, that would bring so much joy to my soul. Oh,
that would actually be the perfect situation for Kevin Durant. And then Steph leaves and goes to
get his ass on that.
And then he goes to Charlotte to play with Kimber.
Oh God. Oh, that would, man.
I'm glad I helped you out. It's this little wet dream you got going on.
I'm telling you, bro.
None of that shit is probably going to happen.
You don't know that.
You said you don't know that.
Whatever floats your boat, eh?
Swear to God. As soon as I get back in the house and I put on 2K, I'm getting his ass on out of there.
Whatever floats your boat, eh?
People switch teams every day, B.
People switch teams every day, B.
Sick of him.
The one thing I will say about the team, though, Kevin Durant is clearly the best player on it, right? He's clearly the best player. But it's still something about the way that Stephen Curry plays that energizes them a hell of a lot more than the way that KD does. Like KD can still hit the same threes. He's probably hitting the same amount of threes, but it's the way that Steph is out there playing that just energizes that team a lot more than KD does. But we can start talking about basketball. I know what you want to talk about. All Lives Matter. The poster child for All Lives Matter.
And you
Cam
know
Newton.
what? That fucking game was karma for this shit last night.
They got the shit kicked out of them.
I mean, they just got stopped. You just defending NFC champions. Even though I still feel like a lot of things about that Super Bowl weren't right, and I got a lot of heat about that shit on Facebook and Twitter for not saying it was rigged. Fixed. I didn't say it was rigged. I just said that I had some questions.
You sound like my cousin.
Means that I'm saying that the shit was rigged. Feel like
my cousin.
I feel like Cam's dad pulled that same shit that he pulled when he left community college. You know, got to pay to play type shit. That fat envelope came to the church. He said, "All right, I bet you ain't diving for no fumbles tonight." Kiss my ass.
See, we were under the impression that it wasn't Cam. It wasn't Cam. It was that the NFL ensures that if you are, a legend on his way out, that they just give you the championship. You know, this is what they do.
That's what they did to the Packers. That's the same shit they did to the Packers back in, I think it was '97. We was heartbroken.
It was Elway. They got to get Elway.
And he lied and said that he was going to retire. And Brett Favre had one of the greatest seasons of all time. Vegas had the Packers kicking their ass. Refs just wouldn't let him have it.
They came to him. It was like, yeah, we're gonna need y'all to see that right there. That's pride.
That's your pride.
We're gonna need y'all to go ahead and lose this one. We got a star on the way out. They did the same thing for Ray Lewis, because there's nowhere in hell that team should have beat the 49ers. They did the same thing for the Bus. They gave him his championship when he was on his way out.
And the weakest Super Bowl ever. God, that shit was weak, man.
Gave him his Super Bowl on the way out. They probably going to get Tom Brady one more before he get on up out of there. It ain't going to be this year because Gronk is done. They're going to get Tom Brady one more before he up out of there because the NFL ain't shit. But you want to talk about Cam Newton. What you got to say about Cam Newton?
You know what, man? I just feel like Cam was one of those people to try to, sneak this Colin Kaepernick saying that, either you're going to focus on football or you're going to focus on that. But you went as far as to make your own All Lives Matter cleats. Because because originally Cam was trying to be nonchalant and just brush off Black Lives Matter. Then when his ass finally came out and said it, he was just like, I'm going to say it once and that's it. So what the hell is this? All them charities, all those people that you support, have community activism for in Charlotte, in North Carolina, and I think he has a bunch of them in Georgia too. But you went as far as to come out with All Lives Matter cleats, and not just some regular, two-tone cleats. You went as far as to go the whole tie-dye color of the rainbow shit, and then forgot to wear a tie. And to top it off. Man, Cam he needs to go sit down. Add him to that list that we got on our fucking Twitter page for people that should not speak anymore.
Cam Newton.
Because Cam he definitely don't need to do any more press conferences. Number one, he go up there looking like a simple pastor. And number two, I really cannot wait for the offseason because I know what they're going to do. They're going to make a big story out of, is somebody going to sign Kaepernick? And what they're going to do is they're going to go to Cam and they're going to go to that dumbass Drew Brees. They're going to go to all these other people and they're going to ask what are their thoughts. But Cam is going to be the most important because they want him like the Ben Carson in the limelight to see what he says. Be like, you see, if this black man thinks like that, then the rest of you guys should think like that. I'm telling you right now, fuck Cam and the wagon that he came in on. And them dumbass cleats. And them tight ass pants. I'm
and
not
them
a big
dumb
man.
fucking hats too.
Stupid ass hats, man.
All right,
Boom. He
so
is the
so
athletic
It's like a
Carlton Banks.
goddamn hamburger every goddamn Sunday.
Oh man.
for a second, if possible, I know y'all don't ask me to do this for my Draymond hate. If possible, if we could separate the two real quick, because I'm confused by this whole deal. I missed because like I was out, when the game came on, so like I got home and checked Twitter and saw the outrage or whatever. So I missed all of this. I was confused by the cleat thing because wasn't yesterday like all players could wear whatever cleats they
Yeah,
wanted,
the whole
Yeah,
week.
their causes or whatever.
yeah. His cause was all lives matters.
Okay, so it wasn't. So that wasn't the issue then.
Nah,
Okay.
it was the fact that he
Yeah.
wore
Yeah. Okay.
some all live mat. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Come on, buddy.
And then I didn't understand. 'Cause you have people defending the whole. You know how people get. Well, it's a team rule. You know the rules. This, that, and the third, and all of that. It's like, come on, dog. Come on. It's like seriously, a tie though. It's like, I mean, like it wasn't like my man came in there like
Yeah,
AI.
that I didn't get
He
with
didn't
that
come
shit
walking.
at all.
He didn't come walking in the stadium like AI with like a long sleeve, like a long tee, like down to his knees, and like a platinum chain on. Like he was still dressed up, but it was like, well, he wasn't wearing a tie, so I'm gonna sit him down for the first series of the game. Wait, you're starting quarterback? The only reason why
you want to be Jeff Fisher so bad?
It's like, come on, man, don't be stupid, man. Don't be silly. You're not proving no point to nobody with that.
Your
Like
team
I can see,
sucks already.
like y'all bad. Like you need to be worried about winning games. Then you have people saying, "Well, it was just one series." You don't know what the hell could have happened on one series.
And boy, did it ever fucking happen.
Changed the whole goddamn complexion of the game with one series. Talking that nonsense is just one series.
It's just one series. Like that's crazy. Like he knew the rules, and then it's not like it was multiple series. It's like, but I mean, that's the point though. They didn't have to make it a story. They didn't have to make it a big deal.
You made it a big deal.
Yeah, by sitting the man down and making a spectacle of it. Like niggas wasn't gonna notice that Cam wasn't playing.
That Cam Newton wasn't.
Like that's
He
some
wasn't
college
playing.
shit. That's
Like,
some
wait a
college
minute.
shit, man. Come
Like,
on.
who is this white guy? That ain't Cam Newton.
Where Cam at? And then it's like it wasn't like it was like a Sunday afternoon game. You got the whole country watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, well,
Cam ain't in there.
oh, it's just the first series, no big deal.
Cam ain't in there.
You back?
Nah, nigga, Cam's not in there.
I just don't understand it. Like that's shit that you see in college. Like, oh, a player he missed practice. He was late for a practice or something, so he didn't.
He sit out a snap.
He sits out the first series or a snap. Like this is the NFL where they get paid millions of dollars. This is
you treat him like he got a goddamn
franchise
12 o'clock speech comp class. Get the fuck out of here.
They put a video up on it on Twitter too, on Bleacher Report. They say it was showing like him getting off the bus. Rivera walked up to him and he turned around and went back on the bus. And I was just like, I was looking at him and he didn't look bad. He still, I mean, that's Cam. Cam is going to look like an idiot all the time. But he still looked game day professional. Like, I don't get that, man.
Yeah, he hit on like I couldn't tell if he had a blazer on, but he had like a pea coat on, and he had a turtleneck. I mean, he looked like like he was business casual as far as I'm concerned.
We done seen this dude wear suit and
Wait,
tie.
like the Joker
with some goddamn basketball shorts on at the podium.
He like one of the goddamn founding members of the AKAs one weekend. So, but now because he wore a turtleneck, I'm gonna sit him down.
Which one do they? Are they skewed?
Yeah. That's them. Like
I can never get my sounds right.
No, I know it's hard, man. It's hard
because they all sound the same.
You better be careful before they come looking for you.
I know, man.
They all finna be ski now outside your window, right?
Yeah, Oliver's wife is my best friend's wife is a damn AKA. So
they all gonna be outside their windows with their pinkies up, man.
Yep.
They're gonna be outside your window with their pinkies up, saying, "Bring it on outside, nigga."
No, thank you.
We heard you talking shit. We heard your jokes.
Hey, I was just talking about one of your members, Cam Newton.
Yeah, one of these people that's false flagging.
Y'all need to have a sit down with your boy.
You got anything else you want to say about Cam, man?
No, I'm gonna let him be because I know you're gonna do. I got to leave room for him to do more dumb shit because it's bound to happen.
He'll do it. He'll oblige.
Because now he's starting to be. He turned it into the sore loser camp before they started winning. Where every game he was just like, I don't know what I got to do. I don't know what we got to do. I don't know what the coaching staff got to do. Shut your ass up and get back on the field and just make it happen.
What they could have did was paid Josh Norman, apparently.
Yeah, they have a.
It's probably what
they backfield is awful.
Absolutely shit.
Could have did and should have did probably was paid Josh Norman.
That may have helped. Shit, probably not. They fucking suck.
Yeah, they're bad.
What else were we gonna talk about? Something else. So we talked about Draymond, the fight.
Kovalev, yeah.
I know you watched it, Devin. Did you watch it, Rob?
I did not. I think I was out that night and got home, and I was like, damn, the fight was tonight.
All right, Devin. I had Kovalev winning that fight only because of that knockdown. That's why I had him winning the fight. I think in the last 8 rounds, I think SOG may have won like 7 of them.
Man, I was really confident.
But that knockdown.
Yeah. I was confident that the judges were going to just give it a straight draw. So when they announced, okay with that. Yeah, so when they announced it, I was just like, "Oh, okay, I guess he won," because I wanted Andre to win, but I was still having to be realistic and be objective.
Yeah, so it looked like Kovalev won that fight.
I was like, "Ooh, shit!" And I said it to my brother. I was like, "I think Sergey might have beat him, man." He was like, "I don't know. Let's check it out." So when they said it, it wasn't like a sense of shock, where I was just like, "Oh my god."
No, I don't think he got robbed. I don't think he got robbed.
So the next day. No. I watched it a few days later, and I watched it on mute because Jim Lampley. Anytime it's anybody,
Jim Lampley so much.
Anytime it's anybody not black. Anytime it's anybody not black.
Oh my god!
Oh, big right hand by Pacquiao.
He a clown. He a clown.
I fucking missed that. What are you talking about? He didn't.
I followed this boxing lounge on Facebook. And they said, he's like how Jim Lampley called fights, and they showed Lampley with a blindfold over his face, and then a picture of Floyd hitting Manny in the face. He's like, "Oh, another big right hand by Pacquiao."
But the best thing about it is like he'll be saying something, and like Roy Jones is an idiot, but when he's doing his shit, like he says a bunch of dumb shit, but if you listen to him talk about the actual fight. He knows what he's talking about. Yeah. So Jim Lampley will be in there talking about this guy just got like a big right hand. He's like, yeah, but he took a left hand coming back from it too. And another body shot. Like he's actually watching a fight without he doesn't have any dog in the fight. He's just out there to watch a good fight. It's clear Jim Lampley has a dog in whatever fight he's watching. And it was clear that it was Kovalev in that fight because at them last maybe 7 rounds, maybe the last 7 rounds, it was clear that Kovalev, them body shots from SOG, had slowed him down considerably. He did not have the same pop on his punches, and he was getting outworked. I don't know what the fuck Jim Lampley was looking at. But
I don't. Man, when I watched it again, I put the shit on mute. And with that one, I had 2 scorecards. One, it was just like, all right, let me just call this one just a straight up. And then this other one, I'm going to try to look at it by volume. Because one of those judges, he's been known to reward fighters. Even if some of that shit isn't looking too good, he's been known to just be like, all right, he's throwing a lot of punches, I'm going to give it to him. And as the fight went on and the fight slowed down, you could see that, Andre Ward was landing some, vicious body shots on dude, man. Yeah, and he wasn't letting his hands go at all. And then
because he couldn't.
One card, I gave it to Kovalev, and the other one I just looked at and I was like, damn, I gave it to Ward. And the one with the volume is the one that I gave actually to Andre Ward. And the other one, I gave it to Kovalev because if I'm just going it just straight up, man, that knockdown, it still didn't help Ward catch up. If it wasn't for that knockdown, it had just been a draw.
It'd have been a draw.
So I can understand why they did that, but at the same time, like, I don't know, man. I just feel like I kind of feel like either one of them was saying like, you know what, this is a big fight. If we already have these pre-sale numbers going up, we're gonna make this a rematch. So I don't know, but I think that was a rematch is worse for Kovalev.
For Kovalev, yeah.
Because now, I mean, Andre knows what he has to do. He already felt his power. He knows to move around the ring. He's so smart at collecting data. It's not going to be a good night for Kovalev.
And I think Kovalev he's a damn. First of all, Sergey Kovalev is a damn good fighter.
Oh, like, that guy's a beast.
People don't understand how good of a fighter he actually is. Like he's not just a brawler. He's not like Triple G, where he's just in there throwing a bunch of punches. And even, I mean, Triple G is a good fighter too, but he's not like that. He's a good fucking fighter. So he's in there boxing. But I think a lot of people seem to believe that Kovalev got robbed. And
no, I don't think that.
I didn't get that from that game. I think, like I was telling other people, I had it where I had Kovalev winning the fight. I thought that I thought he won because of the knockdown. But there were also rounds earlier in the fight where I could see where, like, okay, they were close enough that somebody else could have seen those rounds for Andre Ward. Like, I think the word being, in boxing, people say somebody was robbed entirely too much. Like nothing is ever that clear.
Yeah.
It's never that clear. And that fight wasn't that clear. Outside of that knockdown, nothing was clear. Everything was up for grabs. And it was like some rounds is like, man, Kovalev may have won that one, but then somebody else can be like, I don't know. Andre Ward was kind of punching the shit out of his body. Like, it really depends on what you're looking for in the fight. And that's actually the beauty and the flaw in boxing. That you have three referees, and all three of them are up there looking for like completely different things. None of them are looking for the same thing.
And like a lot of people got too caught up. Like that's why I hate to keep calling them casual boxing fans, because when you say that, it kind of turns people away from the sport, and that's definitely not what boxing needs right now. But there was a lot of people watching, and they were just watching like, oh, well, that looks good. And then when Harold Letterman's scorecard comes up,
yeah, because he was saying the same thing.
He was, basically saying
it was a whitewash. He was giving every fucking round to Kovalev.
Every round of Kovalev, and like people are seeing that, they're like, well, he's a judge, and people don't even read properly and say that's his unofficial scorecard. And that's another reason why boxing needs, like, man, they need some type of like boxing association or something like that, where they have like a sudden death. Because when they have these different boxing comes, what ends up, like, if you watch I forgot what belt they were fighting for, but the WBC boxing commission, what they do, if it's a championship fight, after I think it's the 8th round, they'll actually say, they'll put up on the big screen what the judges' scorecards are.
Yeah.
And people in the corners here, they be like, hey man, you got to turn up.
You're losing.
Or like,
you're losing.
We can step back. That's why Floyd he always wanted to fight that WBC belt, because he knew exactly where he had to be. He had the advantage. So with that shit, man, like they have to do something, but that's down in the long run. But this next fight, whenever it can be, I don't see Kovalev winning. I'm not gonna say he's gonna get his ass whooped, but I definitely don't see him winning. And then after that,
I think he's gonna lose. Not sure how bad the scorecards will be, but like I said, I think the last 7 or 8 rounds, Ward, like, he was still getting hit periodically, but he had kind of figured him out and what he needed to do to keep from being knocked out. Like, he figured it out. And even when he knocked him down, like that punch when he knocked him down, it was more of a push than it was a punch. He pushed him with the bottom of his glove, and he hits hard enough that push was able to knock him down. Plus, Ward was off balance when he pushed him, so he fell. It was a punch, but it wasn't like it was some knockout punch where, like, man, you should have knocked him the hell out. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I mean, I think people look at, first of all, you can't listen to anything that Harold Letterman says. First, I mean, he's a fucking
He's an idiot.
he's a fucking moron.
He's not too far from what the hell is that guy's name that Floyd cursed out? I can't stand him.
That was him.
No, not God damn it! It's the unofficial, not the unofficial judge, because Harold Letterman isn't on HBO anymore. What the fuck is his name? Jim. No, oh my God, I can't think of it. You know, he's always like, okay, Jim, this I got it. What's his? Oh my God, what the hell is his name?
That's Letterman, ain't it?
That's
No,
Letterman.
That's not Letterman. Listen, Letterman isn't there anymore because he had too many civil rights lawsuits against HBO. Oh, I'm gonna find his name right now. My bad.
But okay,
my bad.
give us the name. But Letterman is a fucking idiot anyway.
No, Harold Letterman is a first-class racist.
Because did you hear? Somebody was like, he needs to stop dancing around and just get in there and fight with them. And Roy Jones was like, yeah, no, not Roy. It was Max Kellerman was like, yeah, that's easier said than done. Do you see how this motherfucker is throwing bombs out there? Like, you just wanted to get in there and start fighting? Like, would you get in there and just start fighting? He's like, I get in there and mix it up with them. Then in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, you be getting your ass knocked straight the fuck on out. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Shut up. And these are the people that we're listening to talk about this and watching them, throw their scorecards out there. It's like, of course
you know shit about boxing.
You know shit about boxing. Well, he said, if I was younger, I'd kick your ass. That dude was like, you wouldn't do shit.
What did he say if I was 50 years younger?
If I was 50 years younger, I'd kick your ass. He was like, you wouldn't do shit. You wouldn't do shit. Did Devin just drop out? Devin just dropped out?
Oh, no, I'm here. I'm here. My bad.
Okay. All right.
Something happened on my phone. But, I had it confused. I was thinking of Larry Merchant. Larry Merchant isn't on HBO anymore.
He's a
But Harold Letterman is the unofficial judge. But Harold Letterman, he's way past his prime, dude. Like, his ass is so old. I don't know. I don't even know how.
What are you watching?
If you Google a picture of him, he can't.
His eyes
are so close.
aren't open. Yeah, his eyes aren't open.
I've never seen him.
Yeah, he looks punch drunk. He like somebody whooped his ass.
I've never seen him.
Like, Larry Merchant he actually moved to another broadcast because now they do like 3 broadcasts at a time. He's on like I think the British like Boxing Nation TV and he's even worse over there because they just let that shit slide.
I mean, he do got some beady little eyes.
Yep, he looks ridiculous. But while we're on the
Walking
subject
Dead.
of boxing, while we're talking about boxing, yeah, The Walking Dead. While we're talking about boxing, Conor McGregor received his boxing license in California.
Yeah.
And the day that he received it, the line came out in the fight between him and Floyd Mayweather. And I don't know how they come up. I guess they do this to get people to put a bunch of money on Conor McGregor because of they only have Floyd. It looks like he's a small favorite. So they want people to pound McGregor. I don't know why.
That's some Harlem Nights, Bugsy Calhoun shit. That's
not like. First of all, I'm so goddamn tired of Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm tired of him.
Really am. I really am. I really am.
Like, everything he does is a shit that Floyd does, and like people just love him. It's like, why? He's lost.
I was going to say the only difference is he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, he's gotten his ass kicked once. He normally just goes out there and fucks these guys up. But the idea of Floyd Mayweather coming out of retirement to fight Conor fucking McGregor in a boxing match is absolutely ridiculous. But with that said, I already have my goddamn my hotel lined up for for Cinco de Mayo next year. Just in case they happen to put this little thing together, I will be down there because I want to be there for the ambiance. But the idea of it is so fucking ridiculous.
It is so stupid. I mean, oh my God, that couldn't be more stupid, man. And if anything, There are a ton of boxers. When that shit happened, Twitter blew up with all these boxers that were just like, oh man, sign me up right now. Like
Because everybody saw
we could
him
fight right here, right now.
Everybody saw that sparring, him sparring a couple years ago, and how bad he looked. Like, yeah, let me get in the ring with Conor McGregor where he can't choke me out, so I can knock him the fuck out.
It was the guy who he sparred.
Octagon.
The guy who he sparred was actually mad that Conor McGregor released that because they had a mutual agreement, and then when he released it, he only put out bits of it where he
looked good.
Where he was just looking good, and then the dude put out the whole version of it, and Conor McGregor got his ass whooped.
Yeah, getting his ass mopped up. Like, what the fuck he didn't look like he'd ever boxed before in his life.
Yeah. And apparently, I don't think his amateur boxing record overseas was that good either. So
yeah, get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. He's out there. If I get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, I'm not just going to show up. I'm like, shut your ass up. I'm in there to knock him out. Shut the fuck up, Conor McGregor. Like, I'm tired of him and his nonsense and like the whole theatrics about how he's not fighting again and in the UFC, and today give him what did he say? He wanted half of the company or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody giving you half of that goddamn company. First of all, they just sold the fucking company. Second of all, you ain't shit. Like, these people, he doesn't realize the UFC fighters come and go. And they all lose. So what's the point of them giving you anything? So that you can lose your next fucking fight and be worthless? You out of your mind. Look at Ronda Rousey. She's fucking worthless now.
Straight up.
Absolutely
Dana White
worthless.
pimping all of them, man. Straight up. Yeah, pimping all of them. And they, apparently, like George St. Pierre and a bunch of other guys, they just created like a fighters union. And I think that what Dana White knew about that a while ago. And he knew that shit was going to be like, oh, damn, they coming for my ass.
Get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, so that's why he sold that shit. So
I got to get up out of here. He paying their ass in motherfucking kettle corn.
Yeah, and shit.
And they getting tired of it.
They had a small article on like what's my man name? John Bones Jones?
Yeah, John Bones Jones.
They said that if he was like if UFC was managed right, like the rest of the major sports in America, he'd have been the top 10 richest athlete at all that time he was competing, because he was selling out arenas.
Yeah,
and he was great.
Really good. He was really good.
And then the drugs, man,
drugs.
Nigga turned into Tyrone.
Mm-hmm.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
We were talking about boxing, and I know Chicago boxing lost a young man. You go ahead and talk about that, Devin.
Yeah, man. Ed Brown passed away. He was walking home from the gym, and it was apparently they must have thought that he was somebody else, or it was like maybe a sense of hate, but he got shot walking home from the gym doing something that he loved to do, and he got shot on I think it was Saturday, and he passed away yesterday morning. And like all of us here, man, like for the people that do listen, we're all from Chicago. My mom and the rest of my family, we grew up on the west side, and I went to Crane, and then after that, it was like, whoa, we moved straight to the suburbs because it was just it's
wild
just the city.
Out there.
It's wild, man. It's rough. And Ed Brown I think he was 24-0. He was on the road to stardom. He was a great young champion. He had already been on national TV 3 times. He was on the undercard of a big fight. I want to say it was the Pacquiao fight. I might be mistaken, but it was just really, really sad, man. And I really hope that, even though I say this after every major shooting in Chicago, that maybe this wakes people up, because he was an awesome young man. He had already been shot twice, and he was telling everybody like, that'd be my testimony. Like, I made it. And it hurt so many people because a lot of us knew him. He came to my gym a few times. We had been to his gym. He sparred with a bunch of us. And the greatest thing about Ed, man, to tell just a short story, like when you would spar with him or you see somebody else spar with him, he wasn't like so good that he would let his cockiness get to him and he whoop your ass, he'd still work with you. Like if near the end of the round was coming, he'd let you know, all right, man, I'm about to turn up. Give me your best, and just wail on you. At the same time, he'd hold you up. He wouldn't let you fall down. He was a great student of the game, man, and he was going to be a great teacher, and he was going to be a great champion. We were really going to miss him. He was an awesome dude, awesome young man.
Rest in peace to him, and condolences to his family in Chicago. Shit, man.
Get it together, man.
Be better.
Get it together.
All of the other things that's messed up, and there's a lot that's messed up. Shit, you can always be better. Chicago needs to definitely be better than what it is. That's a great way to end the show, Devin. This has been the According to Sources podcast. I know it had been a while. You guys missed us. We back. We actually have a new person on staff. I believe he's going to be. He wants to be with us. Devin, does he want to be here?
Oh yeah, he want to be here. Right. Yeah. Show enough.
You know what? If he on staff with us, we giving up his Twitter. It's at Wanderlust. You guys go and follow him. He's going to be writing for us. He's going to be on the podcast. Hopefully you'll see him doing a couple more things as time goes on. But you know where to find us. According to sources at gmail.com. Actually, no. That is not the email anymore. It's actually according to sources at accordingtosources.com. Send emails to that email because that Gmail account, it just doesn't work anymore. But the Twitter is A2 Sources. The Facebook page is according to sources. Accordingtosources.com, obviously, for the non-existent writing. But there will be stuff up there now that the hackers have been defeated. Dude, man, this shit was crazy. I was sending sending Rob and Devin stuff about the site being hacked. Like, what were we talking about that? Like August? I was telling y'all that the site was hacked.
Again,
that was the first time was in May. And then I was telling y'all about it in August, and then I got it fixed in October, and it got hacked again in October, and I had to upgrade for the firewall and pay more money for the firewall. So, and we got blacklisted and all this other shit. So now that that's been worked out, start getting back to writing and making everything work. But you guys know where to find us, man. Send those emails. Holler at us on Facebook, holler at us on Twitter. We always on there fucking around. Devin's always on there feuding with somebody. I still got the Uncle Ruckus, Jason Whitlock picture up there. And it's funny enough, he still responds to it. Even when he see that bitch come up and we say something to him, he still responds to it.
He still responds to it.
I give him credit for that because he could have just blocked it a while ago, but he ain't blocked it. He letting it slide, and I think he's taking it all in stride. So that goes to show that Jason Whitlock has become a bigger man.
I guess literally.
Hey, that's Rob. That's Devin. I'm Dre. This is According to Sources, and we out. Peace.
Whitlock, you suck.